حرمك وأتيت إلى مشهدك. أسأل الله بالشأن الذي لك عنده وبالمحل الذي لك لديه أن يصلي على محمد وآل محمد، وأن يجعلني معكم في الدنيا والآخرة. وصلى الله على محمد وآله ولعن أعداءهم أجمعين.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على فاطمة وأبيها وبعلها وبنيها وسر المستودع فيها بعدد ما أحاط به الملك. مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني، مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني، مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني. عظم الله أجورنا بمصابنا بالحسين عليه السلام. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you all for joining us for our program, a start of our English program and Majalis, which from today, Monday, and it continues until Saturday. For the first 3 nights, we are honored to have Dr. Sayyid Hadi Yaseen, and for the following 3 nights, we will be joined by Brother Sajjad Naqvi from Chicago. Our program every day will start promptly at 5:30 p.m. with Quran recitation, followed by Ziyarat Warith, and we start the lecture at 5:45. Inshallah, we will wrap up before the Urdu Majlis begins. Also want to mention that we have a sponsorship opportunity available that you can find all the details in our email and WhatsApp announcement channel. Donations can be made in cash to any of our board members or through PayPal or Zelle. And for convenience, we have a donation device installed at the entrance right by the alam, where you can simply enter the amount and tap your card or phone. Finally, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Maulana Dr. Sayyid Hadi Yaseen for accepting our invitation, and for this is going to be the beginning of English programs, recurring English program at Dar-e-Butool. We're really thankful for his support, and it means a lot to us. So everyone, please help me to give him a warm welcome by reciting a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. ثم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر الأهد مني لزيارتكم. All together inshallah. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. May Allah inshallah accept our prayers, our amal, our dua, our azah inshallah, and reward us, make this zakhira for dunya wal akhirah bi barakati salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, as honor for me to be here with you. Alhamdulillah, any majlis by the name of Sayyid al-Shuhada and any light belongs to Sayyid al-Shuhada being on. It's the tawfiq and blessings, and for all of us to be sitting here, first and foremost, on the farsh and the carpet of the azah of Sayyid al-Shuhada, which is a tawfiq, absolutely an opportunity. And second, having the opportunity to be listening to the knowledge and opportunities coming from Sayyid al-Shuhada and uprising of Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salatu wassalam. It's an honor, inshallah, and will be beneficial for all of us. Throughout the history of human beings, when you study history of human beings, you see that a lot of people came, a lot of rulers, kings, big names, all of them, they came and all tried to impact people around them, maybe larger, maybe the society and maybe the world. But all of them, they tried their best, positive or negative. They tried their best to, the most important concern they had was, what if people after that forget about us? So that's why they engraved their names on the mountains and tablets and stones and everywhere. I'm King so-and-so, son of so-and-so, I did so-and-so, please remember me in the future, right? And the piece of the mountains and so-and-so. But today, we only remember them when we review the books of history. No matter how big they were, no matter what they have done, no matter how many thousand people were following them or not, cruel or just, doesn't matter. We all forget about them. But in the 61st of Hijri, 10th of Muharram, one person in a small, limited location called Karbala, in a specific half a day on the 10th of Muharram, he did something that not only is not forgotten by today, it's actually more glorified and shinier than before. And each year that is passing, we see that it's becoming what? Bigger and bigger. Each year we see that Arba'in Walk is bigger and bigger. More people are going, more majalis are happening, right? People here, they might remember in Bay Area how many majalis we had before and how many we have now. And imagine the whole now society and the whole country and the whole world. Million and million, billion and billion dollars are spent on this majlis. This is something that should be studied and should be analyzed. What is about the story of Sayyid al-Shuhada that people don't forget? Anything that belongs to the history will be buried in the history. We know that, right? It has nothing to do with me. Okay, King so-and-so did something in the past. Okay. No one is bigger than Fir'aun, right? How many times do you remember Fir'aun? Oh, maybe in the majalis or something. That's it. Who cares? It's past. There should be something related to my daily life. That's why I'm not forgetting about Ashura. And imagine, how many majalis do you think since after Ashura? I mean, after Ashura, the majalis of Sayyid al-Shuhada started crying for the Sayyid al-Shuhada, right? How many majlis so far we had? God knows how many. Well, there should be nothing to talk more about this. How much do you want to talk about? But what is within this uprising that the more you talk about it, the more you realize you didn't talk enough about it? How many majalis so you attend from this majlis to that? As a speaker, I tell you, they're not even a scratch over the surface of Karbala yet, right? Forget about the ma'arif, the depth of the irfan and mysticism of Karbala. Oh, just even the surface of that to analyze it. What is about it? Have you asked yourself? Because sociologists, psychologists, scientists, they get to a point that they get together and says, what is the reason so-and-so happened, protest happened? What is the reason so-and-so piece of, what is the reason 30 million people go to Arba'in Walk? Literally non-Muslims are analyzing it. How is it possible, all right? So for us, we need to sit down and analyze what is going on with the story of Imam al-Hussein because we believe Muharram and the story of Sayyid al-Shuhada is mash'ar. Mash'ar means what? Mahal of shu'ur, the place of understanding and learning. With that comes shur and emotion and passion and crying and azah as well. These two, without each other, without the other one, it's so dangerous. If it's just beating the chest without understanding what is the reason I'm doing it, it's very dangerous because people Kufa did this as well. The first people who cried for the Sayyid al-Shuhada was what? People of Kufa. On the other side, if someone just said, I just want to know a lot about Sayyid al-Shuhada when it comes to Matam and Azan and so they don't get it, that's also not enough, because the seal of that connection is emotion and understanding as well, right? What is about Sayyid al-Shuhada? In these few days, we're going to review together that no one forget about it. There's no place and there's no event, is a claim. I want you to tell me if you know other than that. There's no place and event in the entire history of universe so far, and it will not be after that, that the entire haq and batil, entire, good and bad, khair and shar, is within that story. In Karbala, you talk about the story of righteousness and unrighteousness, haq and batil, khair and shar, all by its mean, by all its examples, you can see it in Karbala, which is not related to the piece of history, related to our daily life. Because today we have haq, we have batil. We have right, we have wrong. We have righteousness, unrighteousness, right? Because I can see myself in the middle of Karbala, no matter where I'm living and where I'm living. I can see myself between the choices. Is it right? Is it wrong? Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Is it haq? Is it batil? Right? It's all about this. That I ask myself, what is about it? Go from the personal perspective and decision. Karbala is all about personal decisions, isn't it? Some people personally decided to be on that side. Some people personally decided to be on the other side. From the family perspective, haq and batil, relationship between family members, you can see in Karbala. We have family members of like Umar Sa'd and his son, that when they told Umar Sa'd that Hussein wants to pray Zuhr prayers, he says, it's okay, he's Muslim, let him pray. Then his son comes and says, you want to let Hussein to pray? If he prays, the whole fight we have with the Kufi, we convinced him to come to say Hussein is not, so he's against Islam and Salat. You want to let him pray? Go against him. He says, mashallah, you're so smart. Go against him. This is the relation between father and son. We see on the other side, Ali Akbar and Sayyid al-Shuhada. Qasim and Sayyid al-Shuhada. Fazl Abbas and Sayyid al-Shuhada, right? Zayd Zainab Sawna and Sayyid al-Shuhada. The family relationship, look at both sides. Haq and batil, you can see it. From social perspective, what the society was in the right side or wrong side, haq or batil, you can see in Karbala. Correct? Say yes or no, I want to hear it. Yes? From the, let's say, political perspective, Ashura is all about politics, right? Haq politics and wrong politics, they try to do what at night? You cannot touch any topics about righteousness, unrighteousness, haq and batil, good or bad, shar and khair, unless you can find it in. It's a claim. Go find it, unless you find it. You want to see the relationship between soldiers and commanders? Look at Karbala. We have kings before. They brought their soldiers into the war. Okay? They had the boats. So when they went to the war, they burned the boats behind them to say either you die or you will win the war. There's no way back. What does Sayyid al-Shuhada does at night? He says, leave me. What kind of commander would do that? You're only having less than 100 people, 70-something people, and you're going to let them go? Yeah, because this war is not a war of batil. It's haq for us. Any commander is asking the soldiers, don't leave me. He is saying at night, oh, sure, leave me. I don't need you guys. What kind of war is this? Right? He's not going for war. He's going for haq. He's going to show the truth. He's going to say something else in this. This is one of the reasons Ashura is alive today and never die, inshallah. That's why Ashura is so related and relatable to our daily life. Because I make decision every day. I make decision between should I go to this major or not? Is it right or wrong? Haq or batil? Should I talk to this person? Should I marry this person? Should I have this job? Should I break up with someone? Should I have this political stand? Should I go to protest? Should I do this or not? Isn't it? You find your day. This is the ultimate things I want to say. You're living within the choices of haq and batil. It's not that you're living and also you have decisions. No. You're not living other than decide between haq and batil. And you can this is interchangeable. Haq, batil, right, wrong, righteous, unrighteous, anything you want to do. Your day is nothing but that. Should I come here? Shouldn't I go? Should I be friend with this person or not? Your days are nothing but decisions, right? Should I go fast? I'm going to bring a very low example. Should I go fast, over speed or not? It's your decision. So when, God forbid, an accident happens, it's my decision, right? So how come the Kufis at that time, those who invited Sayyid al-Shuhada, themselves sent thousands and thousands signatures and letters to Sayyid al-Shuhada? Only in Kufa, with Muslim ibn Aqil, 18,000 people signed allegiance with him. Gave allegiance with him. 18,000 people, imagine. In the morning, 18,000 people shaking hands. We're with you. After Isha, none of them are behind him. Not 1, 2,000, 2,000, 5. Even if it was 1,000 people, we're like, oh my God, 1,000 people, what's wrong with them? 18,000 people. Do you think they were a bunch of kafir, mushrik, illiterate people, cruel? They were waiting for Imam al-Hussein. Quote unquote, loved Imam al-Hussein. They loved the ambassador of Imam Hussein, Muslim ibn Aqil. They were so happy to see him. Isn't it this society a sick society? Didn't something happen to this society? You agree with me, yes or no? Something happened to that society. And imagine we just sit down here, yeah, so whatever, we just come and go to Majasa. No, we need to analyze what happened to that society because we're in exact time and exact frame of the society of Kufa. They were waiting for the Imam, we're waiting for our Imam. They said, yeah, Imam Hussein, where are you? It says, Imam Mahdi, where are you? Aren't we? They were lovers of Imam al-Hussein, quote unquote. We love Ahlul Bayt as well. We need to analyze. And the problem of Kufi, you know what it was? They forgot about their self-reflection and improvement. When they invited Imam al-Hussein, maybe many of them, they were sincere to invite him. But there was some lack of something within themselves individually in that society that caused this musibatan ma'a'azamaha. The biggest musibat in the sky and the earth happened because of their wrong decisions. So I'm going to tell you this. This is the topic. It was all introduction. How come a society gradually become Kufis? Do you think from the beginning they were born to be the killers of Sayyid al-Shuhada? Umar al-Sa'd, when they told him, when Ibn Ziyad told him, Umar said, I want you to be the commander, chief commander of the army of Yazid. Do you think he was like, oh my God, I was waiting for this? He says, you need to let me, I need to think about it. I'm not sure. Until the Zuhr of Ashura, he was not sure that much. He had multiple meetings with Sayyid al-Shuhada. He was hoping that doesn't happen. Not that he was have any khair or goodness in himself. No, he knew he's wrong. It was so obvious for him that he's going against the son of Rasulullah, Sayyid al-Shuhada. He knew who is Imam al-Hussein. Don't you think Ibn al-Jam, he knew who is Amir al-Mu'mineen? One day he came to Imam Ali, he says, he was so angry. He says, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. He came from Yemen all the way to see Imam Ali and to be with Imam Ali and learn from him. He says one day, he says, Ya Ali, look what people are saying. They heard that I'm going to be the one who kills you. Imam Ali smiled at him. They didn't. Ibn al-Jam is the John Baz of the Siffin. He's the one who was injured in the army of Imam Ali against Muawiyah in Siffin. Did you know that? He was helping Imam Ali in Siffin against Muawiyah. Shemr, sorry. And when he was injured, today if he was shaheed in Siffin, we would say Shemr ibn Zuljoshan, rahmatullah alayh, he was one of the shuhada of Siffin. Few years after that, he's standing before the Imam of his time, son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, behead Imam Hussein. Isn't it scary? Isn't it something I need to analyze? What happened to that? How a society can gradually become what? Kufi. I'm going to talk about some of these aspects, see how many of them I can talk tonight, inshallah, and then other nights as well, together. The Kufis had 3 different negative characteristics that pushed them towards this. When it was the moment of the test, the moment of, helping Islam and the Imam of the time, they failed. There were 3 things they forgot about this. Number 1, they were afraid of spending for the sake of Allah, not necessarily financially. afraid of the cost of religiosity. They wanted to be religious without any cost. As long as it's sunny outside, everything looks good, there's no storm, I have my car parked there, good car, I have my house, everything is good, everybody's healthy, everything is fine, I can be, okay, good. Allah, thank you so far. If he's going to put me in trouble, in turbulence, I'm going to have issue with it. Why me? I am with you until there's no cost. I list them and then go together. Second, silence in front of batil and injustice. That's the second thing, that wrong characteristics of these people. And third, according to them, rational and religious justification of their actions. The first one, they did not want to have any religion with cost. What does it mean? How many thousand people I said gave allegiance to Muslim? Say it out loud. How many? 18,000. With how many people Ibn Ziyad came to Kufa? Who knows? Less than 11 people. 9 or 11. With this little number of people, he could change with his batil haq of 18,000 people. 18,000 only those who gave allegiance. There were more even probably. How is it even possible? Because when Muslim came, so when Ibn Ziyad came, he sat on the member of Masjid al-Kufa. He said, I see the heads ready to be picked like the fruits. It's like, I will kill all of you guys. Bluffing. With 11 people he came. And they were all scared. We don't want to pay that much. What about my job? If I follow Islam, my deen, I might lose my job. My family. What about my family? What about my life? What about situation, right? And we know, psychologically, we're made the way that we love to protect ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. Fight or flight, you heard about this, right? We just want to save ourselves. Perfect. But sometimes there's a value higher than my value of saving myself that I what? I go for that. Correct? Let me give you an example. Imagine a mother. Imagine a father. Their little baby are running towards the highway. Going towards the street and the cars are coming. What do you think the action of mom and dad is? Let me calculate if I go, I'm going to be hit by the car or not. So I shouldn't go because my baby, I'm going to be in danger. What do you think the mom or dad do? Jump, right? They don't calculate because they have something they think and they believe is more valuable than what? Their own values. That's why they go. That's why we call these people, even if it happened with strangers, we call them what? Heroes of the society, right? The guy who jumped in front of the train to save another person. You heard about this, right? The guy who saved into the fire to blah, 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 right? Yes, he's putting his life in danger to save someone else. Why? Because there's so more values than that. People of Kufa, they did not want to pay any cost for that. So I can't be, again, these are the things that made society Kufi society, right? Step by step. I can't be the one, well, if I want to announce that I'm Muslim, I'm going to go to work, and they're going to tell me, oh, I'm going to be singled out, and they're going to show me, or in the society, they're going to tell me, go back to your country, or so and so, problem, pressure, so on, in the school, in the college. Are we on the haq side or batil side? Are we on the right side or wrong side? If we are on the wrong side, what should we do? We should change it. We should hide it and change it. If you're on the right side, what would you do? You don't hide your right. It's like, you know the answer to a question that a teacher is asking. You are not answering because if I answer it, it's not good in front of those who don't know the answer. What do you mean? How come I am hiding my identity because I don't want to be, oh, look at him, he's Muslim, or she is Muslim. When I was doing my bachelor, I remember in Southern California, there was a guy who was coming, almost every day I was seeing him, and everybody was seeing him on campus. The guy was black head to toe. He had like hair up to here, all black. There's a guy, like all those, black, makeup and everything black. Look, when he was walking on the Southern California university, all university was looking at him, right? You know what I learned from him? He was not ashamed. In his probably wrong ideas, he was not ashamed of that. He knew everybody's looking at him. Looking at him. He was not ashamed of that. He knew he's different than other people. He knew his appearance is totally different. In his batil, he was not ashamed of his batil. And there are multiple examples, right? You can example all this so-and-so that are happening in the world. How come me in my haqq, I'm ashamed of showing my haqq? This is so pity, isn't it? A few years ago, again in Southern California, it was Muharram, and I was driving, and I had noha, while I'm driving, and all of a sudden I started beating my chest. Why, it was noha. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, it's traffic. What if people are looking at what this guy is doing? He's beating his chest. Why are you doing? And all of a sudden it's like, so what? So if they roll down their windows, boom, 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 their music, that's not wrong. I am in my own righteousness and haqq that I'm doing. I should be ashamed of this. If anyone asks me, I'll tell them what I'm doing. It was a personal practice for me, by the way. It's like, why should I be ashamed of what I'm doing, who I am, right? The first things with Kufi, they tried to hide their identity. They loved, quote unquote, it was not a love. They liked Imam al-Hussein, right? But as soon as the pressure came, threats came, what did they do? Hide it. They hid their identity. They don't want to pay. They don't want to spend. They don't want to have any cuts for their religion. And I'm asking you, do you know with your knowledge about the history of Tawheed, history of the prophets, do you find any haqq side that they did not pay any costs for their religion? Did Musa followed and did everything without any cost? Or he was in the middle of the ocean? Was Ibrahim, did Ibrahim pay any cost? In the middle of the fire. Was Nuh in the middle of the storm? All of them, Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You can't be religious without I can't be the followers of Imam al-Hussein. Not that we're looking for any cost necessarily. You get my point, inshallah. You're all, mashallah, educated. But, it comes with the decisions sometimes I have to make. Yeah, you have that job, it's going to pay so much, so well, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's haram mixed with it. A few years ago in New York, I was there for Ramadan, and a convert came to me, and he was like, his name was Adam. He's like, no, all this, and he had like 5 or 6 children. And he was convert. He's like, all this source, he didn't have a job. All the sources of haram are open to me to make money, and all the sources of haram are all closed to me. Whatever I'm doing, this bar is giving me an option to work for them with the good money. That place is giving me haram place today. And I know it's a test from Allah. He's with 5 children. I was like, Hassan, good for you. That it's a test from Allah. Sometimes there's a moment that you need to make your decision. When Musa brought his community with himself, Bani Israel, all the way to the Nile, to the river, he didn't know that the water is going to be splitted. No, if he knew that, it wouldn't be a test. But he says, I know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inna ma'iya rabbi, Allah is with me. Don't worry about this. We will find a way. He knew that. He didn't know how. Ibrahim, when they throw him, he didn't know what's going to happen to the fire. It was a test for him. But he knew Allah is not going to leave him. He is on the right side. There's a cost, but don't worry. This whole Karbala is about this. Okay, now what kind of costs are we talking about this? Ya Allah. Bismillah. Let's talk about it. This is all about Ashura. The first aspects of the cost we're talking about is financial aspect. And let me ask myself, you ask yourself, how much am I contributing financially to my deen? Well, khums and zakat and so, financial and religious dues, wajib, I have to do it. Other than that, how many madrasa, how many masjid, how many mosques, how many centers, how many I'm helping? Well, I'm not working that much. You want to see how much you would donate when you become millionaire, inshallah, billionaire? You want to see yourself, inshallah, when you compare how much you pay? how much you're paying from your asset that you have so far. If you're spending less than 1%, God forbidden, you become billionaire, you spend less than half of the less than, if you have tawfiq. Psychologically, you grow up with the habits that you have. I heard a lot of stories of millionaires, billionaires a billionaire go to a place. This is brother, you have to help so and so. And he was like, yeah, inshallah, write down 2,000 for me, $2,000. Everybody's like shaming him. It's like, what do you mean? I was like, okay, so, but of course you don't have the tawfiq. Allah didn't give this permission for you to spend your money more on this, right? My father always give this example. He made Husseiniya. He said, some people spend their money, they make the T-show factory, people clean their nose, and they throw it away. He said, I wanted to spend my money to make Husseiniya for Sayyid al-Shuhada. People come and learn something. So asking myself, so how much I'm contributing financially to Deen? That part of it, helping my brothers and sisters in need. Someone needs money. Am I the source of help? Are people calling me when they need financial help? Or I'm so closed up, so they don't even feel like I am that source of help. Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wassalam, he left Hawaf wajib. He left another time i'tikaf for the sake of helping another mu'min brother. What the Quran says, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You will not reach righteousness unless you spend from whatever you love yourself. That's the first thing people of Kufa, the mentality of Kufis is like that, right? Second, the cost of peace and tranquility that they have. Oh, now Ibn Ziyad came. Oh, we're going to be in trouble. Oh, ya Allah, we're going to go against Ibn Ziyad and it's going to be dangerous. Oh my God, you know how it's taking. I'm going to lose my job. They want to come out of my family, so and so. They're going to arrest me. Let's do this, let's do that. They didn't want to go through this trouble. They didn't want to be active in the path of Islam. Third, they didn't want to spend cost of their own honor for the sake of other people, for the sake of defending Islam, for the sake of haqq. They didn't want to chant to say, no, we're defending Mazloom. They didn't want to do that. They knew Imam al-Hussein is Mazloom. He's oppressed. They didn't want to stand up for that. And Quran says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا كُونُوا قَوَّامِينَ لِلَّهِ شُهَدَاءَ بِالْقِسْطِ. Be strong in the path of Allah. Defend the qist and justice. What is happening around the world? Look around. At least I have a voice. Instead of posting my kitty today, you know, went somewhere, oh my God, look at the beautiful picture. Share something that it shows the justice and haqq and truth. Anytime. It doesn't have to be a situation of the world like this, right? Rather than some people, you see that as soon as someone is posting something haram, look at the comments. Muslim comments. Oh my God, you look so beautiful. Oh my God, you look so great. Oh, this is a haram picture. What do you mean you look so beautiful? You're shared with the haram of that person. You're supporting haram actually. Ta'awanu alal birri wa taqwa. Help each other when it comes to help, taqwa and piety. Wala ta'awanu alal ismi wal udwan. Don't help each other in haram, and that's what people of Kufa did. Rather than helping, what are you doing? You should come out and help Hussein. They were just motivating, run away from, problem that they had. Being under difficulty situation is you're working, you're in school, and that's azan time. Oh my God, and right now, we come Ghazal, go pray at home. Is this the cost of salah? Is something so shameful that I need to, na'uzubillah, hide it? I'm proud of it. I'm on the right side, I'm not on the wrong side. If others are not doing it, that much confidence, we'll talk about confidence and self-esteem that I can stand up and do what is the right thing to do. When it comes to that pressure that it comes. It's work. I stand up, I need to go to work. Okay, I need to pray. And alhamdulillah, we're living in a country, it's against the law that they ban you for your religious activity, right? At a school or work, everywhere, everywhere. Now we have two different people I want to share with you. First group, they do their responsibility, but they hide it. I'm going to go for lunch. I don't want to say pray. I'm vegetarian. I don't want to say I am Muslim. I eat halal, right? The second group, no, I'm Muslim. I'm just eat halal. So what's your things do you have? Traveling to Karbala, to Pakistan, to Iran, to India, wherever, in the airplane, do I stand up and to pray? Or is it exempt? Like whenever I'm in the sky, is exempt? How many people do you think stand up? You wouldn't be shocked. Am I among those who stand up and pray? I'm not going to make a qaza? Yeah, I have to go and ask. I need to pray here. That shows self-esteem. That shows I'm on the right side. That shows I'm not ashamed of announcing this is what it is, right? And I'm going to tell you, as someone who's in the field of psychology, this would help you to be so strong in your personal life. The one who can practice here, personal life, they're so strong in their personal life, these people. When it comes to difficulties of life, when it comes to financial, job-wise, family situation, marriage, parenting, children, they're so strong. Because they're not used to hiding. They're used to what? Strong in announcing. Or people of Kufa. Al-jamat wa tanaqqabat. One of the tafasir of tanaqqabat is they were covering their faces. They were afraid of being known by Imam Hussein, quote unquote, that we invited him and we're against him now. Now do you understand why Karbala is so alive? Why Ashura is so alive? It's about my daily life. It's about my decisions. What kind of wife or husband I want when I want to get married? I talk to a lot of people premarital counseling and talking. Some are strong in their Islamic values. Some, it's basics. If they follow everything, it's okay. If she doesn't want to do this, if they don't want to do that, if it's so. So you go with the basic rules and basic benefits. What do you mean? Everything in Islam is just the level of haram and halal is the basic that we have to follow. And people of Kufa, they wanted everything calm and peaceful without any trouble, without anything. It's not going to work. And we are in the same situation of, inshallah, waiting for the zuhur, but that's not going to work without practicing these values. I'll talk more, inshallah, other days about what other aspects of haqq and batil I need to keep in my mind and I need to practice, which in return helps me. You pray on time, you pray with attention, you have a very strong personality, a willpower. When negative thoughts come to you, why people get depressed? They are anxious because they can't control their anxieties and their negative automatic thoughts, right? If I could control my thoughts, I tell myself, this is the time of azan. This is the time of my religious duties. I need to, in salat, actually pay attention and focus. This mind got used to what? Listening to who? To me. Forget about religious aspect. Forget about thawab and everything else. This mind got used to, I order you what to do. It's the time of azan right now. I'll tell you need to go pray. You need to prioritize it. You want to be distracted in salat? I'll tell you have to what? Listen to what I'm saying. This mind starts, this little kid start listening to me. When anxiety and negativity and depression comes, there's more chances that this person can have more power to control it. Khair for dunya, and God knows the akhirah, how much the thawab of that in dunya or akhirah Allah gives as well. So that is the whole aspects, brothers and sisters, that we mourn for the Sayyid al-Shuhada, the innocence and mazlumiyat of Sayyid al-Shuhada, to see that people of Kufa, with this very cheap and minor excuses, they left the Imam of their time in the middle of Karbala. In the midst of that test, the most important thing that they need to do, the most important test that they have. They didn't know it's going to be the biggest test. We don't know when is our biggest test. They left. There were other people in Karbala too. They made their good, right decisions. Hurr ibn Yazid al-Yahi, he was not a simple little man. He was a commander of the pieces of army of Yazid, right? He had a big position. And after Karbala, he could get a lot of, reward. At the day of Ashura, he started shaking. His friends are saying that, are you scared? He said, Wallah, I've never been scared of any war. I see myself between Jannah and Jahannam, hell and heaven. And I'm not going to choose hell. So he made the decision. He made the decision to be on the right side. And good for him that I was thinking among all the companion of Ahlul Bayt, companion of, Sayyid al-Shuhada, everyone, the closest I feel I am to resemble to Hurr. That he was not maybe on the right side, but he could go and fix it. Allahu Akbar, it just came to my mind, this musibat. With the excuse of giving water to his horse, he left towards Sayyid al-Shuhada's camp. And I think the moment that he was walking towards the camp, of course, is a distance he has to go to, the tents and the camps of Imam al-Hussein. Maybe he was thinking with himself, what should I say? How should I apologize? How should I excuse myself? He put his boots around his neck. It's a sign that Arab had for being ashamed of something. But as soon as he got closer to Sayyid al-Shuhada, he saw Imam al-Hussein waiting for him at the door of the tent. You close your eyes, I narrate for you. You see yourself in Karbala. Imam al-Hussein was waiting for him. Khushamadid, welcome Hurr. I don't know, I think Hurr was speechless in the moment. I was waiting, I was trying to talk to Hussein. Now Hussein welcomed me. Come to me, come down, come with us inside the tent. Hurr said, no Hussein, I can't, let me go. Allahu Akbar, why Hurr? Imam is inviting you. If you ask maybe for a few reasons. One, Hurr was the one who banned Imam from living, didn't let Imam to leave Karbala. He wanted to be the first one sacrifices himself for him. Second, maybe he couldn't see the face of Zainab and Ruqayya and Sakina. He was the one, he's the reason, the cause that they were stuck in Karbala. He can't face the daughter of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said, Ya Hussein, let me the first one who leaves to go and give myself for the sake of you. After a beautiful war, when he fell on the ground, he was alive. Imam al-Hussein grabbed his head on his lap. Good for you, Hurr, the Imam of your time, grab your head on his lap. He started, cleaning his forehead. A handkerchief Imam had, he tied around his head. Allahu Akbar. Ya Allah, good for you, Hurr. Anta Hurrun kama sammatka ummuk. You are Hurr, you are free the way that your mother called you, Hurr, Ya Hurr. Hurr, you left the first one for the sake of Hussein. You bestowed your life for Hussein. But you didn't see what happened to Qasim ibn al-Hasan, Hurr. You left so quickly, good for you. You didn't see what happened to Ali Akbar when his body became erba in different pieces, Hurr. You left so quickly, Hurr. You did not see what happened to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas when he called, Ya Akha Adrik Akha, come and help your brother. Hurr, you left so quickly. You didn't see when Ali Ashqar had the arrow with 3 heads on his little neck, and the hands of Hussein, the blood thrown to the sky. Allahumma taqabbal minna. If you were there, Hurr, you will sacrifice yourself for him. And Hurr, ultimately, you were not there to see when your Mawla, when Arbab Hussein fell down from the horse on the ground. And when all the Mal'oons, all these people around Imam al-Hussein, whoever had anything in his hands were hurting Hussein. With sword, with the spears. Anyone who didn't have anything, Ya Allah, they grabbed some stones and rocks, they were hitting the body of Hussein.
Or you were not there to see all these things, but Hussein became Shaheed, Qareeb and Atshan and thirsty, Ya Hur. Or you were not there to see little dots of Hussein when she was running on the desert of Karbala, and the thorn of Mughilan, the big thorn, and the little feet of the dot of Hussein. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بغيت وبغي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر الأهد مني لزيارتكم. All together inshallah. السلام على الحسين وعلى الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين على لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج والعافية والنصر ومد في عمره الشريف وزين الأرض بطول بقائه واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته. يا رحمن يا رحيم ثبت قلوبنا على دينك بحق الرسول. Ya Allah, hasten the dhuhr of our Imam Mahdi. Us and our generation, let us be among the best of the followers of our Imam. Ya Allah, those who have hajat and requests, give them khair hajat. Those around the world, in Gaza, in Iran, Yemen, anywhere, Ya Allah, under difficulties, provide opportunities of freedom, success and success, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, those who have hajat and requests, give them khair hajat. Those who are not feeling well, Arza, Mariza, Manzoor, Bihaqq Imam Sajjad, cure them all at this moment. And those who passed away, send the thabab and reward from our gathering to their souls. Rahimallah man yaqra'u al-Fatihah ma as-salawat.